Please subscribe, like, and click the notification bell.
How is it that I can go to Google and type JR, and the first thing I see is Tamar Braxton's ex-fiance? Why? Why? Because the color of his skin has allowed him to gain a presence or gain clout off of Tamar. The color of his skin has made people not care about who he was or who he is. Welcome to Story Time with the Grown Woman. That's Swag, and the Debbie is silent. I'm going to thank you in advance from the intro, and we're going to get right into this. So, why do I have Tamar and Kenya Duke? Well, because they are two in the same. They're both black women who were with white partners who were embarrassed by white partners. Now, my problem with this is how much control these two women gave their man, or their men, or their man. And I'm wondering, would they have given this control, so much control, to their own race? And that answer is no. That answer is no. You know, JR is out here proud to be able to say that he ended the relationship. Okay? He got on social media and he posted this tweet saying, so many questions, so many assumptions. I want to answer all that I can with respect. Yes, Tamar and I are no longer together. And he wants to make it clear, I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and being a better person. What happened and why, that's our private place. No, I never cheated. No, I wasn't there when she was at her mother's place when her car was burglarized. No, I never cared about the fame who reveals their most embarrassing moments in their life to find fame. I have always represented famous people, and the truth is I was in an amazing place financially and mentally. I turned down Queen's Court several times before I gave in. Ultimately, I fell in love, and it did not end how I wanted it. So I want to heal. Tamar and I will always be friends and family for life. Thank you for respecting our privacy. So he answered all of the questions. He wanted to go ahead and put it out there. I wasn't out there for clout. I had my own before I met her. I was invited on Queen's Court before that particular time. So he wanted to go ahead and put all of that out there, which is an indication to me that he was there for clout. He got what he wanted and he left. Because anytime you have to go ahead and put it out there, yeah, more than likely you are in that situation for a reason. And that's gain on your part. But my thing is this. Unfortunately, our people were so happy for Tamar when she found JR. There was nothing that could go wrong. She had her Brad. She had her Prince. So much so that nobody cared that he had 5 children by 4 baby mothers. Nobody cared about that because of the complexion of his skin. Yeah, Nobody cared. I think about 2 of the exes were speaking out and talking about, their relationship with him. And now Tamar wants to speak out. Well, Tamar, it's too late. You know why? Because you gave JR the opportunity to release his statement first and say that he left you. And that's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that I always say this. I can't stand when somebody outside of my race is allowed to make a fool out of my people. I don't care who anybody dates. Do what you want. But at the end of the day, if you're going to look like a fool, let it be your own. And it's so, so unfortunate that our people, because he was of that race, that he was just given the okay. He was given the fact that he would be the perfect man. And he was no better than anybody else. But he got put on a pedestal because of his race. And then you have Kenya Duke. Her and Gary Owens, they divorced, I think around 2021. But here recently an article came out on Nikki Swift, I believe that's where I saw it. An article that resurfaced talking about the divorce and why they divorced, in which we had already heard about cheating and whatever. But the only reason I'm talking about her is because of this. When they divorced, when Kenya Duke and Gary Owens divorced, she said one thing that she regret was allowing him to control her financially. She says, I relied on Owens for support. She was in an Essence magazine interview. And she said allowing Gary to have financial power over her was one of her biggest regrets. Now, those two were together for 25 years. They dated for 6 years before getting married. They have 2 kids. Okay, it's all fine, well, and dandy. You was with him for a while. It's so unfortunate that it didn't work, but he got what he needed. He got support from the Black community. He got everything that he needed. So now it's time for him to bounce. But the unfortunate thing about this is she allowed him to have financial power over her. And it's so frustrating because I know she would not have allowed her own race to have that type of financial power, because for some odd reason, the other race is looked at as superior. That's just what the gist of it is. They're looked at as superior. So when you look at Tamar, when you look at Kenya Duke, they were all given the okay by their community. Our community didn't care about JR having all those children, all those baby mothers, and not being with them. Nobody cared. Kenya Duke, she got with Gary Young, so she somewhat gets a pass. But at the end of the day, I do not believe she would have given her own race that much financial power over her. So it's very unfortunate that these men are able to dump these women and gain all the clout that they needed off of them. So the moral of this video is their race do not define them. And ladies, we're going to see more of how they can't be trusted. They were not trusted back in the days. I don't even want to get on to that. But they were not trusted back then, and they're not trusted now. if you have a problem with relationships, you probably want to check yourself. Find who you are. Because I promise you, going to another race is not going to fix it. It's not going to fix whatever issues you have. So work on yourself and stay in your lane, if you know what I mean. So let's talk about it in the comments. Do you think when other races are involved that they automatically get the okay, that they're automatically sought as the saviors? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for listening to Storytime with a Grown Woman. Swag and the Debbie is silent. If you haven't, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification so you will know when I upload a video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.